What's best served here for these guys to kind of reset and recalibrate?
I think you just said it. Just trying to reset, recalibrate. Obviously 9-4. It doesn't. It's not what you want. We've lost 3 in a row. I think it's. You're going to go through adversity throughout a season. I've never been on a team who hasn't. So, it's just how you come out of it. We got another good opportunity tonight to meet the challenge and against a really good hockey team. So. Kind of just reset, get back to what we know we're good at, our game, and then go from there.
Lane mentioned how much you guys were pumping pucks on net and shot attempts were up there. How do you feel that your game has been trending in that area at 5-on-5 lately?
Yeah, last game was it's a tough gauge because I thought that we created offensively, we were sharp with the puck, made some plays, created, but obviously you give up 9, you're not going to win in any league. So. I think it's a matter of finding, the detail part of the game and trying to correct that stuff, which we've been good at. That's kind of been the bread and butter of details, defensive, and trying to find offense out of that. So, like I said, this league, it's nice. You get a good chance, right, a couple days later to, get going again.
To that point, Jordan, did you feel like because you guys were rolling pretty well offensively, the defense kind of came at the sacrifice of that, or do you think it was more just what the Oilers were doing and they were obviously hungry as well?
No, we gave up, 5 power play goals and a shorthanded goal. I think that in itself it's going to be a tough game to win if you score 7. So, just little things, minor things. I think at the end of the day, sometimes you got to sweep the game under the rug. Watch the film, learn, get better. But like I said, it's not football. You have to wait a week. You got a chance, 2 days later to get back on the horse, and that's what we have here.
At the beginning of the year, you guys were on the power play in particular, making a lot of plays down low and finding some success there. It seems like you guys haven't been trying as much there. Is that kind of an intentional change, or what do you kind of point to there?
Well, I think teams watch film too. They've seen what we've had success with. They're going to cover it. We're trying to, create. I don't think the power plays. I think we've had maybe 4 or 5, maybe 4 games that hasn't been great. Other than that, I think it's been pretty solid. It's created some momentum. Last night, or the 2 games, or the Oiler game 2 days ago, we had one end of a power play. I think you kind of count it as that, but had a good couple looks on the 5-on-3, and I think. Power play wise, I think we've been moving the puck well. We've had, like I said, a couple off nights, which you're going to have. But the biggest thing is create momentum for your group. You're not going to score every time, but we've done that for the most part.
How valuable is it after a game like that to get a full day off yesterday and just kind of take a breath?
Yeah, no, that's exactly it. Reset. So, but understanding the situation, and we've lost 3 in a row. I think we should have some desperation tonight. I think that's the biggest thing. We need to find a way to win. It's that simple.
Did you address that kind of as a group yesterday, or did you kind of just let everybody sit with it on their own?
No, your day off. I think guys get with their families and reset their minds. Obviously today, come to the rink and the mindset of ready to work and get a win. I think it's that simple. I think obviously we're game 26 tonight. It's early in the season, but you see the standings, things start to shift. So essentially I see it as we win a game tonight, we're back in where we need to be in the playoff spot. So. You try and get back on the horse, and that's what this league's about.
Exactly.
Yeah.